I am down in the basement bathroom. I did pull the toilet to do the drain line inspection, and I'm going to inspect the drain line from here to the beginning of the city sewer. Here we go. Okay, we are down in the drain line. You can see these first set of connections look good. There are no issues here, and we're going to keep pushing to the city sewer. Okay, we just popped out of a low spot. You can see that my camera was actually completely under the water. My sewer camera is about 2 inches tall, so there was at least 2 inches of water in that connection right there. That drain line holding water could be an issue because the water, if there's debris in that line, that water could back up. But I am going to go ahead and keep pushing to the city sewer. Actually, I'm going to pull back my camera just a little bit and we'll document where this starts and finishes. Okay. So that water is starting right about here. You can see the foam in the drain line. That's from, I guess, somebody washing their hands with soap. So right about 5.5 feet, you can see the water is starting to rise. And I'm going to go ahead and push the camera. And then as we go through, you can see it's in the water here. That's about 9 feet. And then if I go a little bit further, I can see the top of the water. It might be hard to see because it's kind of cloudy. So my camera is completely submerged right here. Still submerged, and now it's starting to pop out. And that comes out at approximately about 16 feet. So definitely a low spot in the drain line right there. We're going to go ahead and keep pushing to the city sewer. You can see we went through a little bit more water. Not much of an issue right there. It was just a little bit splashing up on the camera. I'm going to keep pushing to the city sewer. Here I'm at a connection about 27 feet. You can see everything looks good right here. Here's a connection about 39 feet. You can see everything looks good. No issues right here. A little bit of soap debris here. Not a big issue. Just kind of foams up a little bit, as you can see right there. I did flush one of the other toilets. You can still see there's quite a few bubbles in here, and what that is there's soap sitting in that low spot of the drain line, and so those bubbles just stay in there, so every time it gets flushed they don't get completely washed away. But we did push through that area. You can see here we're about 47 feet. You can see that these connections look good right here. I'm going to keep pushing to the city sewer. Here's some more connections, about 51 feet, 52 feet. These all look good. We're crossing over into some white PVC. We are leaving the black ABS, and now we're in the PVC right here. The PVC pipe is usually indicative that we are out in the yard and out from underneath the house. And here we are at about 65 feet. You can see that this connection looks good. Here's a connection about 75 feet. Still no issues with this section of the pipe. It's looking good right here. Now we are crossing over into some green SDR35 pipe. That's usually out in the yard as well, and you can see that these connections look good. There are no issues right here. Here we are at about 89.5 feet. This is looking good here as well. Here's another connection about 102 feet. You can see all this is looking good, and we are about to drop into the city sewer, I believe. A little bit further here. I've made it to about 110 feet. With all those twists and turns, I cannot push my sewer camera any further. I do believe we're about to drop into the city sewer, being as that we're 110 feet away from this basement bathroom. I've tried for several minutes to get my camera to go further. However, it's just a push-pull piece of equipment. There is no power, so it doesn't move on its own. And with all those twists and turns, it just doesn't have, I don't have any more oomph to push it through. Again, there was the drain line was holding water at about 5 feet to about 16 feet. Other than that, the rest of the drain line looked pretty good.